January 1st, 1836, and the Kingdom of Hannover eagerly awaits their new king. Hello everyone, I call myself Zondagskind and I like to play Victoria 3. And this playthrough is long overdue. I wanted to play as Hannover back in December, but I kind of lost interest in Victoria 3 in the 1.1 patch. I kind of set it out waiting until 1.2 came in, and then a couple of patches after that. I'm really happy with the changes I've seen. I've read about 1.2, and a Twitch viewer used a channel point redeem, so to speak. Basically, they requested that I play Victoria 3 again, and yeah, let's do that. So, we will be playing as Hannover. First, I want to do some housekeeping, give you some historical context on Hannover, and go through everything I want to go through before unpausing. So if you just want to watch the world actually turn, then wait out until episode 1 when we will unpause. First, some housekeeping, what will be going on in this channel for the next couple of weeks. I want to commit to about 20 episodes of this playthrough, unless I just get stomped by Prussia, of course. Meanwhile, if you're watching this on Twitch, I started recording this on Twitch as well, but I noticed that's diverting my attention between some of the things that are new about Victoria 3, the chat in Twitch, and trying to say something sensible to the YouTube recording. This didn't work, so I'm just recording this off stream, and on stream at twitch.tv/Zondagskind, I will play Victoria 3 as well on the Saturdays or Sundays. And I'm still open to which nation I will play as on Twitch. I'm maybe thinking Denmark or Sardinia Piedmont. I'd like to do something in Europe as well. But Hannover it is for YouTube. Then, on Twitch as well, I will start a game with Steam Age Victoria, so everyone who came into this channel with the tier list video and is thinking now, wait, where's the Civ stuff? Well, there will be Civ stuff as well. It will go onto YouTube as well. And as for the Town of Salem videos, that will have to wait until after I'm done with Victoria 3. I kind of can't handle more than 2 games at a time. So, Town of Salem is on pause for now. Then, let's get into some historical context with Hannover, and I'd actually already recorded that another time, and I was fairly satisfied with how I talked about it then, so I'll edit that in right now. I won't talk for very long because I'm not an historian, but I do know a little bit about this region because I lived there for a couple of years, and I just looked some stuff up to be able to tell at least a little bit about what Hannover went through in our own timeline. So, in 1836, Hannover is still in a personal union with Great Britain. They have the same king, King William IV, or in German, Wilhelm IV. But he is about to die, and Hannover and Great Britain have different succession laws. So Great Britain will have Queen Victoria, who you might have heard of, and Hannover will take on, who is currently the Duke of Cumberland, Ernst August, and he will rule over Hannover as an independent kingdom, as well as his son, George or Georg V. But Hannover is here in Germany, and as you might know from history, that was a tense period, to say the least. So, what happened? Well, already in 1834, the Kingdom of Hannover started a little competition against Prussia. Prussia at this point had the Zollverein, a customs union, to try and get economic hegemony over the German Confederation. And Hannover had their own customs union, which they called the Steuerverein, literally the tax union. And at this point, Braunschweig, or Brunswick, and Oldenburg were part of this Steuerverein. And you will see that when we go independent in the game, there are a couple of people in our customs union, which is kind of a competition against the Prussian Zollverein. In the end, in 1854, the Steuerverein disbanded, and the states became part of the Zollverein, because basically Prussia gave Hannover a bit of a sweetener to become part of it, and Hannover jumped ship. It jumped its own ship into the Prussian Zollverein, and then the other states who were part of it thought, well, then this is useless, and they also joined the Zollverein. So, 1837, the personal union with Great Britain, or with the United Kingdom, ends, and the guy we will get, as it's a scripted event in-game, Ernst August, tried to disband the liberal constitution, or he actually did. And this was concerning to a lot of people in Hannover, because it had been a relatively liberal part of Germany at this point. So there was pushback, among whom there were the Göttingen 7, which included the Brothers Grimm, which you might know from the fairy tales and stuff. But Ernst August pushed on and made a push to make Hannover more conservative again, and this actually got a lot of criticism, for example, in the UK. Of course, Queen Victoria, being, I think, 18 at this point, didn't have children yet, so Ernst August was the next in line at this point for the throne, or at least he was part of the succession, and there was a push in the UK to just make him forfeit his succession rights. Not sure if that actually went anywhere, but it didn't have to, because Victoria got children of her own for the succession. Internally, what's interesting is that Hannover saw the advent of rail, and Ernst August, to his credit, did support this a lot. And Hannover became a major railway hub in Germany. And actually it still is. I'll try and edit in a modern map here. And basically between Hamburg and Frankfurt, Hannover is an important midpoint. And between the Ruhr area and Berlin, it's also basically the halfway point. So Hannover still is a really important railway hub in modern Germany. Then, in 1848, there were revolutions all over Germany to try and liberalize the states more. And basically, how Ernst August pushed back against this is that he said, well, if you guys really want to do this, then I'm just going to pack my things and go to the UK, and you will have to fight Prussia on your own. You like that? And the people didn't like that, and so nothing happened. But then, Ernst August died, Georg V succeeded him, and there were tensions nearly continuously between Prussia and Austria, and over Schleswig and Holstein, Prussia and Austria fought a war in 1866, known as the Brothers' War, Bruderkrieg, and Hanover supported Austria, and it did not go well for them at all. Prussia conquered Hanover just outright. Hanover became a province of Prussia, and so that was the end of the Kingdom of Hanover. But it isn't entirely the end of this region being somewhat autonomous. That is to say, after the Second World War, people in this region actually kind of banded together and tried to convince the British, who were occupying this part of Germany, to make a state of Hanover. And although it's named differently, it's named Niedersachsen or Lower Saxony in now. But just from the shape, with Bremen and Hamburg being independent, but Oldenburg basically and Braunschweig being part of it, you can sort of still see the outline of the former Kingdom of Hanover in the modern state of Niedersachsen. Okay, we're back in the present, or the future, or the past, I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the game and go over everything I want to go through before unpausing. Again, the game changed since the last time I played it. I did play a little bit a couple of days ago, but I might still be a little rusty. So we have the Kingdom of Hanover, and it has 3 states: Hanover itself, Elbe, and Hanoverian Braunschweig. Then we have a customs union, which is basically the equivalent of the Steuerverein, And Braunschweig is in it, Oldenburg is in it, Bremen is in it, and Hamburg is in it. Which is great because basically our customs union doesn't have 5 production, it has 25. So long as these states actually stay in our union. In the attempt we were going through on Twitch already, Hamburg decided to jump ship and join the British customs union again. And Oldenburg was conquered by Austria of all places. So we'd lost 2 states already in the customs union. But once we become independent, there will be a customs union. At least for a little bit. We don't have any tool production. We miss a couple of urban buildings, which we will have to get to as soon as possible. Then, I need to pin interest groups. So let's go to you. Let's pin you, because then I can pin all the interest groups. Very nice. We have a contested government. Let's immediately look at that. We have the landowners and the petite bourgeoisie, which we kind of need in because Wilhelm IV is petite bourgeoisie. But we probably want to work on our laws. Per capita taxation would already be better than land-based taxation, but I might want to hold out for proportional as well. Although right now it isn't better. What could also be nice is go towards professional army. The armed forces and the rural folk are in favor of that. So let's see whether we can bring either of those in. We sure can. All the guys are moderates in our interest group leading them. So that is fine. Let's bring in the armed forces, I think. We'll also make our government legitimate, which is nice. And let's at least try for professional army. There's a fairly big stall chance because sometimes your landowner guy is a pacifist and he doesn't mind professional army, but this time we will have to deal with this. I want professional army because it's just a better way of organizing your army, and boy, do we need that. Anyway, yeah, we could use some production. I'll just already slot in because I know that that's what I want to do. A tooling workshop in Hannover. And then, let's see. I want to pin some markets as well. I want to pin my own market, or the market I'm in right now. I want to pin the Prussian market. Wait, can't do that here. I have to go to the actual state. Yes. I want to pin the Dutch market. Pin market. And I want to pin the Danish market. All the markets I border. Not that I can trade a lot right now, but then yes, commander. Well, I don't have any commanders right now. Then for the diplomatic stuff, I want to improve relations with Austria because they will be our biggest ally, hopefully, against Prussia. I want to improve with, I think, maybe with the Netherlands, and I think I want to improve with Mecklenburg, something like that. Can't make any rivalries yet because we're not independent. Consumption taxes, always fun to do. Let's go for a consumption tax on services and one on luxury clothes because that will tax the rich. Then I think we have enough of an income to slot in one construction sector. Although I do think I will keep it in wooden buildings just until we, well, I guess since there are tools in the Empire right now, in the British Empire, we can make it iron buildings, but it kind of depends on how quickly we become independent. In terms of science, our intelligentsia aren't happy with us yet. I'd like to make them happy before I do anything else. The armed forces, on the other hand, are very happy with us. So there are a couple of things which could be interesting, especially atmospheric engine, mechanical tools. We kind of want to get to railways semi-fast. I also like fieldworks just because it gives more defense, and in the Twitch attempt, we got declared on indirectly by Prussia even before we had tech through that, so I kind of like that. As an idea, it will also go faster because the armed forces are happy with us, but nationalism, of course, is also a very important technology for us. We'd like to get there as soon as possible as well. But I think fieldworks is a good one to start off with. Then we have the Hanoverian succession as a journal entry, which will complete once William of Hanover dies. Can't do corn laws yet. And we want to hopefully... No, that's not the button I wanted to press. At some point we want to form Germany if we can. But honestly, as long as we survive, as long as we do better than historical Hanover, I am kind of happy with that. So let's see... Anything else right now? Government and laws did that. Oh yeah, I want to boost the industrialists. Bolster yous guys. Working on tool production, yes. Let's look at our construction methods. I believe I do have an iron mine already. Yes, I do. 2 of them. So I can go immediately to wrought iron tools. I don't think I want to go to gas streetlights yet because, well, we do have coal right now, but not when we leave the customs union, I believe. We want to go to free churches, secular administration, and secular academia. Then, is this better for us? Get less... Instead of liquor, we'd get apples and sugar. How are we... Like, how is that doing? Right now that does make sense, because liquor is fairly inexpensive. Let's do that for now, and we'll have to see whether that actually works when we leave the customs union. Let's go for butchering tools over here. Sawmills is fine, yes. Hardwood production is fine, yes. We can't do anything here because we have peasant levies. And I think that is okay. Let me check one more time. Decrees. And road maintenance is very nice for us. As well as, what is the one that gives you... let's see. I think it's manufacturing industries. I think that could be a good one for us. We can also do greener grass for now, so that hopefully we will get some immigration out of Britain. That will be cool. And then we have a declared interest in South Germany. I think for now that makes sense because I'd like to improve with Austria. Although, if for any reason Austria gets a inherent interest in us, let me just check whether they have an interest in us already. So we don't need the interest actually in South Germany because I don't need to converse with Baden, Bayern, Switzerland. So I think I'd rather have an interest in the Rhine area, so I can maybe trade with the Netherlands. I think that makes more sense. Okay, I think I have set everything up I want to set up beforehand. So, is there... Oh yeah, disappearing interest. That is cool, that is cool. Okay, so, YouTube, that's it for this preamble, this episode 0. If you like that, then do please leave a like. And if you want to know when episode 1 goes live, then subscribe and ding the bell. And we will see you then. Bye-bye.